has over 12 years experience facilitating high-level team building, team bonding, and leadership programs. He has run adventure training all over the world for the past 20 plus years and is an experienced leader. Today, he will take us on the journey of audience engagement and how it's changed in 2020. He'll show us what an interactive and truly thought-out engaging session looks like with a friendly game of holiday-themed trivia. Yes, there will be a winner today. Are you ready? Please welcome Stuart Downie.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Beth, so much for that great introduction. We're going to be talking about, and I just wanted to mention and just state a point. You said friendly competition. That's our hope. But, we don't know what the attendees are going to be like. They could be vicious. So yeah, we're going to talk about, I'd like to talk about the evolution of virtual event audience engagement. Because here at Team Bonding, we've been working in live events for over 30 years and have, and really in March, suddenly no events. It was kind of welcome to the new world. So we want to talk about our experience with that and kind of what we did with it. And then we'll play a little trivia towards the end of that and put that together. And I'll also have time for questions. And I've got David with me within chat that can answer any questions if anyone has one. So let's get straight into it. Basically, the pandemic hit. We were a live event company. We were very, very experienced running live events all over the US and the world. And then there came a decision time. And that decision time was, do we sit and wait for it to turn around and go back to live events? Or do we adapt to the programs that we have and try and fit into this new virtual space that we were brand new to? And obviously we chose to adapt, which turns out to be the right call based on how long everything took. I think we were initially expecting, we had a few of our lead facilitators talking to us thinking, well, I think this will just be a couple of weeks of no events and then everything will come back. But luckily we did adapt and we came up with new, we took some of our programs that were very, very successful, looked at them and tried to work out how are we going to change these so they work over a virtual platform and are still as engaging as as we want to provide, as the product that we want to provide. So part of that was looking at what programs would work and then how would they work. And one of the first things that we came up with as a team was the idea of using one of our apps that we normally use for a live scavenger hunt. A group turns up in New York and they download the app and they do a GPS related scavenger hunt all over New York, taking photos of their team and doing different interesting fun things. And we took that and said, well, there's some amazing virtual museum tours. And there's a specifically great one at the Smithsonian. And we took that and we thought, right, let's design the app that we would normally use for a live GPS tour and turn that into a virtual experience where one team member is in the virtual tour on their computer, the other team members have the app, and they're all traveling together through the museum trying to answer the questions. And then we were like, but we still want it to be fun and we still want to, have something great to review at the end. How can we do that? Well, we can take pictures of Zoom. We're using an app. We can get them to pick up their phone and, take a picture of the Zoom breakout room and of everyone doing whatever we've asked them to do. For instance, one of the tasks is to take a video of everyone making their favorite animal sound. So that is something that we do, and that's part of the package. And then at the end of the event, we've got all those fantastic videos and pictures of everyone having a great time to share with everyone. So everyone can see that despite being in breakout rooms and being technically separated while they're undertaking the competition, they are all doing the same kind of fun, interesting stuff. Because the amount of people that do a cat noise is ridiculous. The amount of people that just have cat or dog as their favorite animal. You know, it was much more interesting hearing the people that tried to do an elephant noise or trying to work out what noise a giraffe makes. It's always interesting to see what people might do there. So that's kind of, you know, that's an example of one program that we adapted to bring to a virtual stage and that went very well. And I think we did, I know I was constantly doing museum scavenger hunts virtually for a few months. But obviously we were constantly adapting other programs and changing the text so that it fit. But that kind of brings me to a key point of event staff. We had a group, you know, we've got a fantastic group of event managers and sales staff, and we've got a fantastic group of facilitators all over the world now, but generally all over the United States when this first began. And we had to make sure that their normal, great engagement and facilitation styles translated across a camera. They were still energetic, and you know, and it could bring the energy over camera. And that took a little bit of work. You know, we had to really work with our facilitators and make sure that they understood that they had to maybe stand up to really bring the energy, and they had to still project. They can't just talk. They can't just talk quietly while they're on Zoom and not look at the camera, for instance. And these are all things we didn't know really. Luckily, quite a few of our facilitators were actors, so we had a great pool of knowledge in regards to working in front of the camera to draw from. But then after that kind of stage of retraining, it was also equipment and tech changes. What lighting do we need? Do we need our facilitators to have green screens? Do we need them, you know, what kind of lighting works best? What kind of microphones and webcams work best when delivering these programs virtually? And so there was, you know, there was a bit of time where it was just constant training and updating of equipment to our normally extremely experienced live facilitators to bring them into this new virtual world. And with that, we had to bring along the clients with us because clients didn't know. They didn't know what we could do. They didn't know what was expected of them. The participants that would join had no Zoom etiquette, for not for better words. You know, we had to kind of realize that it wasn't just introing the game that we might be playing or the team building program we might be running. It was introducing Zoom too and saying, you know, there's a mute button, there's a video on off button. You know, please turn your videos on. It makes it more interactive. There is there's a gallery view and presenter view and lots of different things. There's breakout rooms. There's ask for help buttons. And all these different elements that someone wouldn't know. And obviously we don't only use Zoom, we use whatever platform the client is allowed to use is really, and so we had to train our staff on lots of different platforms to be able to meet those expectations. And there was another thing that was changing. Normally, you know, a client experience with us would be a phone call and an email or 3 to confirm details. Suddenly clients wanted to have Zoom calls too. And, you know, so it meant our sales staff and our event managers were having to invest more time for what was really a less expensive offering. And that was, you know, that was a big change. And then having to bring in all the different event managers and making sure they had those processes or new processes of expectations down was, you know, was always very, very interesting and challenging. But we we just had a sharing of best practice constantly with our entire team, so that we could continuously improve our offering until we were running, 500 events a month, with our team, and giving the facilitators that had a few months of really no work suddenly more work than they ever had before, because of the jump in demand that we saw. And that kind of leads me on to engagement, because one thing that we've all seen is that, everyone talks about there's a big difference between the live event and the virtual event in engagement, and that is absolutely true. And there's words like battles, we need to battle the Zoom fatigue being thrown around. But actually, one of the things we've seen with this kind of the gamification of Zoom is that it actually allows more people in the team with different backgrounds and different feelings, or, people that might be very anxious in big group settings where you've got 300 people all doing a big team bike build event live, and they would never really be that engaged. They would take part, but they would, they didn't want to be front of stage. Now, with the advancements of the tech, and the ability to use that tech-enabled engagement, we were engaging everyone equally, because we'd meet them in the main room and say hi, and give them a briefing. But then most of the events that we were doing, we'd put them into breakout rooms where they were just with their team of 4, 5, 6 people, and they got to really engage because they had a role that they had to take part in for the team to succeed in the game. And I think that has been a huge advancement, in that everyone is able to take all those different roles, take all those different jobs that are going on, and be able to fully engage in the game and in the role virtually. And that was something we were very worried about at the start, that we were going to lose something in this new world of virtual training. But actually, it's something I think we've gained. People are less anxious in the comfort of their own home to engage in the kind of games and programs that we are running. And we really haven't stopped creating and developing our programs to really fit that virtual audience, and kind of bring everyone with us. And it still surprises me when we meet new clients and they haven't done even a trivia, or something like that with their team that seems simple, when we're doing escape rooms and horse racing live, and all these different things virtually. I say horse racing live virtually, but it's animated and we control the horses. But it's lots of different games and things and activities that we've created that work over the virtual way. That's what engages them. And I think we should get started with one of the options right now. So one of the options that we have, especially for the holidays, is our Oh What Fun holiday trivia. So that's what we're going to start right now. And I'm going to drop the link into chat for the game, and I'd love everyone to join us. So take from chat that link, play.teambonding.com/CMX. There is going to be a prize. The prize is a premium, and I mean premium, chocolate selection box. And it's like chocolate truffles, and it's a bunch of stuff I'm not allowed to eat, is really what it is, I think. But please join us there. I can see everyone joining, so that we can all play this game together. So I can see right now that we have so far 8 players joined, and I know there's 281 of you. So, okay, you must have heard me say that, because the numbers just shot up, which is fantastic. We've got about 40 players joined so far. So please keep joining, because as soon as we've got enough people, I'm going to start the game. And like I said, if you end up on the leaderboard in first place, then we're going to send you that prize. Now, if you do end up in first place on the leaderboard, I will obviously announce you, but I will need you to message us, and I'll drop an email address in chat towards the end. I will need you to message us your address so that we can send you that prize, and we won't obviously use the address for anything else. You'll just get the chocolates. So far we have about 53 people joined in the game. So I'd love it if more people can join, so that you can take part and see one of these interactive programs. Now, this is one of our simplest programs to run, but it's so engaging. And it's really engaging because of the way we deliver it. The platform is fantastic. The tech is very easy and simple to run and play with. You're all signing up to that link now, and you're putting in a nickname, and that's how we know who you are. But it's the way we host it. And we've got it set up as an individual game, but there's also a way to do it that's team based. And it really, it's really just a fun experience for 60 minutes with your team, where you can tell them to dress up. A lot of people do that, turn up with various different costumes on. But it's real fun. So we've got a load of people just joined again. We've got about 68 people joining. Thank you for people who are still sharing the link if anyone else is not seeing it. But it's in chat. The link is there. I'm going to give us another maybe maximum 1 minute before we actually start the game. So if you want to join, please join. I can see more people joining as we go. And basically, as soon as I start the countdown, there's going to be 10 seconds. And at the end of those 10 seconds, there's going to be the first question straight away. When that first question comes up, the way you answer it needs to be correctly. All the questions are multiple choice. So you need to get the correct answer, but you also need to get the correct answer as fast as you possibly can. The reason for that is it's algorithm based, which means the person that gets it right the fastest is going to get more points than anyone else. Okay. And you're only going to have 10 seconds to submit your answer too. So as much as you want to be able to, submit quickly and correctly, you also have 10 seconds or you won't get to answer it. It'll drop off. So I think we've got about 76 players so far. I think we're going to start. So I'm going to begin the countdown right now. And the countdown has begun. So you've got 10 seconds till the first question. And I am going to give you that first question, which is, which of these is not part of the feast in the holiday special, A Charlie Brown Thanksgiving? So that question has come up right now. Put in your answers. I can see lots of people answering. 42% of the answers are going with toast. 31% of the answers are going with jelly beans. 13% only with cranberries. 15% with popcorn. That is the time up right now. So I'm now going to show you what the correct answer is. The correct answer was cranberries. So actually cranberries is the correct answer, and it was the least amount of people thought that was the correct answer. Most of you thought toast, jelly beans, or popcorn, but they were all part of that holiday special. Only cranberries wasn't. Interesting. Strange choice by Charlie Brown's team there. So now I'm going to move on to the second question. Again, as soon as I open up the second question, you need to answer it. So the second question is, the legend of Santa Claus can be traced back hundreds of years to a monk named Saint Nicholas, who was born in what modern day country? Answers are flying in already. 60% of you think it is Denmark. 14% think Ireland. 10% think Turkey. 16% think Romania. Let's have a look at the correct answer. The correct answer is Turkey. Again, the least amount of people went with Turkey, but that is the correct answer. Only 10% of you, only 5 people thought it was Turkey. And but that was the correct answer. So next question. Let's have a look at the next question. Next question is, warehouse club Costco sells millions of pumpkin pies every year. Each pie weighs 58 ounces, is a full foot in diameter, and costs how much in 2020? Answers are flying in. Again, don't wait for me to finish reading the question. You can read it faster, but I'll read it every time. Ilka says he knows the answer to that. That's good. I'm glad. So 34% of you there have thought that it's $7.99. That's 21 of you. 29% of you think it's A, $5.99. 24% at $6.99. 13% at $8.99. Let's see that correct answer. So the correct answer is, it was A, $5.99. So 29% of you went for that one that time. So a little change from the previous ones. More of you got that one right, which is great to see. Let's have a look at the next question. Are you ready? In 2012, what movement was created as an international day of charitable giving to juxtapose the spending on Black Friday and Cyber Monday? Was it Buy Nothing Day, Green Monday, Giving Tuesday, or Thankful Thursday? What's the correct answer? I can see a lot of answers. 7% came in for Buy Nothing Day. 7% came in for Green Monday as well. 84% of you think it's Giving Tuesday, and 2%, or one person, thought it was Thankful Thursday. The correct answer is, of course, C, with Giving Tuesday. So well done to the majority of you that got that one correct. We are going to move on to the next question nice and quickly and keep this going. A few people there are asking about customizing these questions when we normally play it with clients. Absolutely. There's a lot of different options of themes and a lot of different options to customize. Question 5, the shopping event Black Friday occurs on what day? Is it A, the Friday before Thanksgiving, the Friday after Thanksgiving, the last Friday before Christmas, or the first Friday in December? I think this is one most people know, but I think a few people are maybe just hitting as quickly as they can, hoping to hit that algorithm. And I know who you are. There's 4 of you that are just throwing in the first answer every time, hoping to get up there in the leaderboard. But the correct answer for that one is, of course, B, the Friday after Thanksgiving, with 89% of the vote coming in for that one. So well done to those 47 people. Correct. Now, coming to the next question, question number 6. What country originated the practice of decorating jack-o'-lanterns? Was it A, Ireland, B, Scotland, C, England, or D, the United States? Again, answers flying in. Very quick off the mark with the answers here. Let's have a look at the correct answer. So the correct answer there is Ireland, with only 18% of the vote. Most of you thought it was Scotland at 41% of the vote. Some of you thought England, some of you thought the United States, but the correct answer was, in fact, Ireland. Now, as we move forwards, next question, question number 7. Question number 7, according to candystore.com, which of the following was not a top Halloween candy in 2019? Answers flying in there. Most of you think it is Skittles, with 29% of the vote. But that's changed very quickly. Now the correct answers are coming in. It is 49% of the vote. The correct answer was Smarties. So Smarties was the correct answer there. Well done for the 25 people that voted right there. I'm going to move on to the next question. We still have 4 minutes left of trivia-based questions to see if you're going to be the winning team or the winning person or not, and win that beautiful chocolate box. Jessica says Skittles are her least favorite. So I apologize, Jessica. I guess that's why Smarties took the lead spot. So next question coming up, question number 8. And when we get to question 10, we'll have a look at the leaderboard and see if we might have to end at question 10, depending on how long we take for the next few questions, but we may not. So question 8, the Jewish festival of Hanukkah is celebrated for how many days? Answers flying in. Most of you so far are thinking the correct answer is 8 days with 34%. We're going to move on to question 9 straight away. Yeah, a few people are mentioning there might be a little bit of lag. That's between the game and the platform that we're playing through. But just as soon as you see the question pop up, that's when you want to answer it. Don't wait for me to talk you through it. Just do it as we go. So question 9 is now up. Which of these religious holidays is celebrated by Muslims to mark the end of the month-long dawn to sunset fasting of Ramadan? Is it A, Eid al-Fitr, or B, Mawlid, C, Passover, or D, Sham Anesim? Answers flying in there. Lots of different people, lots of different thoughts on where that might be. 41% of the vote went to Passover, but the correct answer is Eid al-Fitr, and 39% of you, 17 in total, thought that was the correct answer. So well done to you. All right, we're going to go to our last question now. So we are going to cut it at 10 questions total, and I'm opening that up right now. Soiree is an American agricultural cooperative of cranberry growers, headquartered in what US state? Is it Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, or Vermont? Lots of answers coming in. Time is up now. So 35% of the vote went for Connecticut, 37% of the vote went for Rhode Island. But the correct answer is Massachusetts with only 17% of the vote, but it is Massachusetts with 8 people voting and getting that one correct. So well done to those 8 people. So now we're going to stop and we're going to have a look at the leaderboard and see who won the this 10 question segment of Oh What Fun. All right, so I'm showing right now the leaderboard, and you can see it is Aaron W with 1,096 points. Well done, Aaron. Aaron, you did great. Aaron, if you can email, you can actually email direct to me at stuart@teambonding.com, and we will send out your prize in the mail straight away. Thank you all so much for listening.